A little bit more to read here. We're going to read some things that some leaders are saying. This is one that one leader said. I want you to read the statement, and you can mark it up if you want, and underline things or whatever. And then mark a box there at the bottom. How does that make you feel towards whichever leader this might be saying this, okay? So much more favorable, somewhat more favorable, a little more favorable, or no more favorable. Read it, and then mark one of the boxes. Everybody marked a box at the bottom? I wanted to see a show of hands. Anybody mark much more favorable? 1, 2, 3, 4. That's everybody. Okay, so everyone was much more favorable. Tell me what stood out here that made you much more favorable. Mary, let me start with you.
Well, somebody is pointing out the problems and saying we need to do something about it.
Okay.
Everything that we talked about.
Okay.
Yeah.
And which problem in particular,
that things are rigged towards the upper class.
Okay. Okay. Lisa, what stood out for you?
I think that it was very descriptive that it said, but people who play by the rules are crushed by the cost of health care, child care, housing, and student debt. I feel like that's true.
Okay. Laura?
Same here.
How about there, Laura? What stood out for you?
I had the student debt, and then also ensure better jobs and better wages.
Okay. Kim?
It's the same thing, the people who play by the rules, like someone who actually understood what maybe a lot of Americans do think.
Okay. Linda, how about you?
I have the part where it's the ban unlimited campaign donations, raise taxes on the richest, and reduce the cost of drugs and health care so the middle class can grow again.
Okay. Tell me why that part stood out for you.
I think it's more so looking towards the middle class versus the upper class.
Okay.
It's helping the little people, I guess.
Okay. Jenna, anything stood out for you here?
And somebody else is complaining just like I do, so somebody else is fed up.
Okay.
So, I mean, I kind of relate, you know what I mean?
Okay.
So.
You related to this?
Yeah, because
okay.
I mean, it's like everybody else does. I mean, you're touching on things that we're all exposed to every day, you know.
If you heard someone who was running for office say something like this, would that make you feel like it was someone you wanted to vote for?
If they had a good resolution to making it happen.
Okay.
So if they said, well, we're going to change health care. Okay, well, how are you going to change it?
Okay.
Not you're going to change it, but what are you going to do?
Okay.
Agreed. They have to have follow-through.
Okay.
Not just the words.
Right, there has to
They
be
all
action.
kind of sound good.
There has to be action.
Okay. All right. Jill, any thoughts on this? Anything in particular stood out for you?
Just the, better wages and better jobs.
Okay. Would this make you want to vote for someone?
More than normal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let's go to handout 7. Okay. Another leader saying this. Same thing. Mark it up. How would you feel about this person afterward? Check a box, and then we'll talk. Everyone mark the box? Anybody need more time? Okay, anybody say much more favorable? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that, oh wait, do that one more time for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Anybody say somewhat more favorable? A little more favorable? 1. Jill, where were you?
A little more.
A little more? Okay. So 2 had a little more. All right. 6 of you at much more favorable. Talk to me. What stood out here? What made you more favorable toward this person?
He's just pointing out that Trump's a liar. You know, promised, 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 U-turn after U-turn.
Okay. Someone else? Jenna, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's, all the typical promises that they all make. I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this. But, I mean, red flag, you're not doing it. And somebody else just called you out on it. So.
Okay. Linda?
No outcome.
No outcome. Okay. Lisa?
I kind of feel like that too, like just all these promises that he made that I don't really see happening. And I swear every time he says believe me when he talks, I feel like that's like his big first line. Believe me. I feel like as soon as he says that, then whatever he just said before that was a total lie.
Kim?
Same things.
So, if you heard someone saying this, would that make you want to register to vote?
More so
More so
than normal.
than normal? Okay. How about compared to the last one that we just read?
The last one was better.
No, the last one I
Yeah.
was bigger to me.
How come? Why, Lois?
Well, it broke down different. Just,
The topic.
the topic. Thank you.
Okay. Any other thoughts? Would you want to register if you heard someone say this? Would you say, yeah, that's right, and I need to do something about it. I'm going to go register. And I'm going to... No? How come?
Because this is a finger pointer. This
Okay.
is just another person saying, instead of saying what they believe and what they want to do, they're just saying, you suck, you suck, you suck.
Okay. Okay. All right. Let's go to number 8. Another reader is saying this. Read it and mark one of the boxes. How does it make you feel about them? Everybody mark a box? All right, any much more favorables here? No? Any somewhat more favorables? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. A little more favorable? No one? No more favorable? 1, 2. I'm missing some people. I only have 6. So
Much more.
much more? Okay.
No more.
No more. Okay, so 3. I have 1 for much more, 4 for somewhat more, no one picked a little more, and 3 for no more. Okay, Jill, how come much more? What's it on here?
Because he's going to tax the rich and give to the poor.
Okay. Would it make you want to register?
No.
No. Okay. Somewhat more. Talk to me, Mary.
I think it's a combination. It's not as good as pointing all the topics out and saying something needs to be done, but this person is still saying he did this, but at least they're giving the opposite. But I'm going to do this.
Okay.
So there's something.
So for you, it's kind of in between?
Yeah.
Okay. Reactions, thoughts?
I think he's just giving examples, which I agree with her.
Okay. Would this make you want to register? If you heard someone saying this, would it make you want to register? No.
Because it's saying, well,
yeah, look what he did, and look what I'm going to do. Like, I'm better than him, so you
Trump's
should vote
out
for
of the
me.
same
So
class
it's just,
election.
Okay.
that wouldn't change my thoughts.
So of the 3 we read, was it that first one that got you the most? Like, let's go back to it for a second. it's handout number 6. Because you seem to get the most excited about this one, and all of you picked much more favorable on that one.
Because this person is fed up just like we are. I mean, it's the very first thing they said, and there's a strong feeling involved. And then if you agree with that feeling, I mean, all the topics are there that we've all stated, so.
Okay. So, thinking maybe what this leader is saying and what we've been talking about tonight, how do you feel about registering to vote?
Feel the same I did as when I walked in here.
Okay, you haven't changed.
Not
Lisa,
changed.
have your thoughts changed at all?
I don't think so either.
How come?
I just feel like even though this is good what this person is saying, like, I wish there was a way that, like, if you're not doing something by 6 months, you're no longer president, or because these are all, I feel like, empty promises. Like, we've been going through this over and over. Nobody's really followed through on anything they've said. So what makes this person different? Even though this sounds really good, what makes this person different that they're not going to get into office and not do any of this?
Okay. Laura?
Right, it's
you
just
said
words
it's
on
like,
paper. It's just words on paper,
Okay.
but like there's no action behind anything. Like everything's just gotten worse and worse and worse. Every time, somebody's coming up, it's voting time, they're like, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, but there's no real long-lasting change. So,
Okay. Anyone say,
discouraging.
I feel a little bit more like I should register and get involved and vote? Yeah? Tell me, Kim.
Just because some of the things I actually understood about what's going on, because it's in black and white, plain as day, unlike, like I said, commercials and stuff that I don't understand. They just make it way too confusing. So, yes, now I read about these things, and maybe it won't matter if I voted, but maybe it would a little bit to me.
Okay.
If at least I had a say.
Okay. Anybody else?
I think it's a little more likely, again, if it's easy and concise to see what matters, what the topics are.
Okay.
But again, I agree that you're still voting for someone that could totally change not do anything they said. But we're never going to know until it happens.
Laura, how about you? Any thought that maybe you'd be more likely to register?
I mean, yeah, I would rather see, actions speak louder than words. So I kind of agree with Lisa on what she was saying.
All right, do me a favor, just on the back here, in this blank space, just to finish up. What's the main thing that keeps you from registering to vote?
Pencil that. Should I give all this to you?
Yeah. Let's just leave the papers and
All of it?
just hand me this one. Yeah.
Leave all this. Yeah.
Yeah. Just leave it. Thank you. Thank you.
Are we done?
I think so. I'm just gonna ask my friends in the back if there's anything else they want me to ask you, and text me and let me know.
You want this one back?
I do. Yeah. The other papers you can just leave.
Okay,
Yeah. Yeah. Lots of paper, sorry. Thank you all so much. There may be some folks waiting in the waiting room for my next group, so if you wouldn't mind just waiting until you get out of earshot to discuss, I appreciate that. And make sure you stop and get a token of my appreciation on your way out, okay? Don't leave without your money.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Really enjoyed it, guys. Thanks. Did I get all of them? Okay. Yeah, just leave that stuff there. Yeah.
It's on file.
Just go back where we came from. Just turn it back.
Good. I'm glad you liked it. I feel like I did my job if you liked it. So.
You did good. Good.
Good night. Thanks.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.
How much to get money?
Thank you, Nicole.
Thank you.
Very
Good luck to you.
interesting. Thank you.
It's inspiring to hear your story. So.
It's hard. It really is.
I know.
I'm a sick person trying to